This is gonna be game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Team Indonesia, one step away from qualifying to the upper bracket finals. Will last year's runner-up, Team Cambodia, finally be able to put a nail in the coffin and come out on top? Let's jump into the... Oh, that was a stolen orange buff!
Very early on, Team Cambodia, unfortunately, just comes in for the infiltration. But is it going to be enough though? So far, we are seeing that Team Cambodia making sure that they have a faster rotation to fight off with Team Indonesia. But Indonesia somehow making sure that they don't have much worry. Like you talked about how laning phase-wise, they can handle by themselves. They don't need to worry much. Solo individual fights can be done on their own. The question is, Cambodia, they're pressuring much and much time again.
Uwe being able to steal that first buff is actually huge right here, forcing out a red V now onto the purple just to make sure it isn't stolen again. But it means that Vival is going to be half a level behind Tegami for the first turtle.
First turtle indeed, and making sure that at least Tegami will have much more movement, much mobility as well as power against them. That is what Cambodia wants to be assuring now. And at the same time, looking from all the stuns that have been pulled out by Team Cambodia, they're trying to hold off Indonesia's, making sure that they don't have much of rotation.
See now, Cambodia doing a good job of holding the river. Tegami in some trouble, but the damage from Indonesia is not quite there yet. Vival is not level 4, so there's no risk of the Oge shadow kill. Indonesia knows that there is a EXP gap as well. It's going to be hard to contest this turtle, but not impossible. Revitalize used to keep Tegami topped up. Fettered airstrike to force the mid lane push. Turtle drop low. Tegami secures it. Throne of Ruin a little bit too late. Moshi now in the pit. Pops out that ultimate and forces Indonesia back.
No casualty whatsoever. Just trying to actually contest for that turtle dance. But yet again, it's going to be a win. A little bit of win for Cambodia so far. Even with now, they're able to actually have more leeway, more leverage for their own economy, showing off that Cambodia is trying to turn things around.
Cambodia has already started off pretty good. First turtle in their pocket, 1k lead. Moshi doing a good job of keeping Fumi Echo in lane with this Tamus pickup. As long as Cambodia can maintain the advantage, they should be able to handle not having direct lockdown.
The fact that right now, as much as Moshi trying to actually push in, Fumieko will be able to stand on her own. But mid lane, prioritizing heavily. We do see a lot of the rotation comes in from Bao Bei as well as Wei, making sure that at least Vivian as well as Vival does not come into their rotation or even into their territory. And this is what Cambodia is trying to do. They control every movement of Indonesia.
You can see they're looking a lot more comfortable now, rotating across the river. They can do it very confidently, very aggressively. And compared to before, Indonesia doesn't have as much freedom of trying to focus down one lane. Elan actually getting to play the game this time around.
And the fact that right now, Team Cambodia, they have 30 seconds on the clock before the second turtle comes in. And Team Indonesia just trying to find a way, just push a little by little the minions, as well as looking for a way of how Cambodia is trying to move around this map.
And Indonesia is going to need to play defense now. Their early game isn't particularly strong in the first place. It's just mainly lane priority. And because Vival was put behind, it's going to be hard for them to go for direct 5v5 contestation now that Elan is actually having a score on the board as well. They'll probably want to give up mostly on turtle contests and wait until the mid game when they have some items.
Yeah, looking for a way to just let off the objectives on the side of Cambodia and finding a way so that they can actually level it things with the team of Cambodia. But now, starting off right now with the Moshi, trying to push into Vivian as well. But Fumieko comes through!
Throne of Ruin into the tectonic charge. Tegami in trouble, actually goes down. Meanwhile, steals the turtle away. Fumieko picks up first blood on the landslide, but now Fumieko in a little bit of trouble. Going to be able to Crimson Gleam out of there. Indonesia turns it around.
Turns it around indeed. Great initiation coming out from Fumieko with that Throne of Ruins to a point that they were able to actually guard out, control the movement of Cambodia, and get the turtle for the step. But Bobby!
Deflector forward, darkening blasts right into the face of the Granger, goes down, and now they're aiming for Uwe as well, surrounded by 3 members of Team Indonesia. Have to use the AOG just to escape.
Just to escape using the ulti. A lot of resources just to survive it out. Cambodia started out really good to control the movement of Indonesia. Now they're losing much of their weight.
Sometimes you just need that one play to be the pace breaker.
Yeah.
To just control the tempo and reverse it in your favor. And Indonesia found the angle. Cambodia now going to be scrambling a little bit. They're going to try and swap lanes here. They gave Bao Bei an easier time.
And look at how we are seeing that Team Cambodia still moving around together, trying to actually control the movement of Indonesia, yet they're faltering down. Now, Fumieko trying to find a way to actually break into the turret, but Bao Bei is gonna not allow it. But here on out, Uttarapan puts out and Moshi backs away.
And Moshi's not really going to be able to hold this lane, so they're basically sacrificing the Tamas's farm in order to give the Granger a bit more space, which is understandable, but also not ideal considering that Cambodia were initially in control of the map.
And the fact that they're trying to gang up against Fumieko, yet they are not able to do so now. Indonesia smells it and hears the whole commotion, and they're gonna actually try to back things up. Wave with the Mighty Swing doesn't cut off, but at the same time, Bao Bei just spamming every single skill to push away the team of Indonesia.
Cambodia trying to engage, Federation comes out, and meanwhile, Vival has been hiding in the bush the whole time. Ogi Shadow Kill forces a fly away, but Elan still has the Quad Shadow inside. So Vival picks it up, gets the three-man Tectonic Dart! Tagami is blasted away, Sour Force comes out in the backline, his Shell is diving in, will lose her own life, but does trade for Bao Bei, and Vival is still alive, looking for Uwe now with Fumieko, secures the kill on the Gatar Kacha. They'll find the bot tier 1.
A little bit messy, but yet it is fruitful for the team of Indonesia. Shell just overextended right at the backline, but still, at least they got 4 kills for themselves and making sure that at least this third title will be in the hands of Team Indonesia.
So quickly, the game has reversed entirely. I do respect the attempt by Cambodia. For a moment, it did seem like they might be able to initiate, but they just didn't have enough information on the map, completely forgetting that Vival could be hiding anywhere before popping that feathered airstrike. And when it comes down to these big team fights, Indonesia has the clear advantage.
Cambodia, they need to step up just a little bit right now as they know things are getting even more heated up for the team of Indonesia. They're able to actually control the motion. Started out really good with the stealing of the buff, but then now Tagami is caught off guard immediately, making that Team Cambodia can have a little bit of rupture in their own defending.
This is where you can see being forced into Tamas is starting to hurt Cambodia. Again, the lack of direct crowd control, especially reliable lockdown, means that Shell and Vival can just do whatever they want.
And the fact that Moshi couldn't even bear to survive that long with so much damage being put out by Shell itself shows how much of Tamos is barely scrapping to survive for that front line. And that's what they need for Team Cambodia right now. So much of those front line that was supposed to be the defend champions ended up in the favor of Indonesia, just breaking down one wall after another.
We could tell that with the composure they're showing, Team Indonesia was already prepared for this likelihood even before the game started. They were aware that their early game might not go as smoothly, but once the mid-game rolls around, team fights become so easy for them.
See, right now coming through from the backline.
Vival with the Ogi Shadow Kill, diving onto Tagami. Phantom Execution gets her out, but the Revitalize has been forced as well. Many cooldowns spent on Cambodia.
A lot of cooldowns been spent off, and the fact that at least Vival was able to actually go in for the backline, and it kind of opens a way for them to just shut down another turret in the hands of Team Indonesia.
And right now, we can see that the aggression is really starting to ramp up. The gold lead is about 3k in favor of Team Indonesia, which is not the worst at this point. Conceal comes in from behind. They go in for the taunt. They're trying to burst down Fumieko. The flicker comes out, but the Alice is not able to escape. Cambodia finally finds one in return.
Great opening coming up for Team Cambodia. A little bit of overextension, and that's the fact that Team Cambodia was able to utilize it. And now Team Cambodia trying to find a foot in the ground so that they can make sure to back things up. But this is going to be the first lot. They come through to actually go for the puncher, but doesn't beat anyone yet.
The Vival also stole the purple buff away from Tagami earlier, so the Lancelot doesn't have it available. Despite that, Cambodia is still attempting to push this Lord down. They saw Vival on the bottom half of the map. They're trying to blitz it, but they know they don't have enough damage for this. Moshi already poked down the half HP Feathered Airstrike, used as well. The taunt comes in, but the Grok flickers into the back tech charge. Bao Bei has the flicker back to safety, but Elan's not as lucky. Vival already executed the far side in the backline. Uwe gonna go down as well. It's a killing spree for Cine. Cine will eventually get shut down because of going too deep. They got me still trying to position to steal the Lord, but it's killing spree for Vival and a double for the Hayabusa. They pick up the Lord. They find everything. Bao Bei is the only one left standing, trying to escape. Just barely makes it back into the base.
barely escaping from the hands of Indonesia, but that's just not the double kill comes in for Vival. But with the Lord being taken out for them now, the game even started even more tougher for Team Cambodia. No matter how much they try to contest it out, this is where the fine line of they need to have the ground to defend the whole league.
Yeah, this is where the snowball really starts going out of control already. We pointed out the issues in the draft, and I think Cambodia is now officially feeling it. It is only the first Lord of the game, and they do still have holy defenses standing, but Indonesia is splitting up their forces well. We can see that the top inhibitor is already being taken out by Vival, and the bottom one is taking some poke damage from the Lord as well.
The Lord will be taken out immediately. Great defense comes in, but then again, 2 holy defense already been break by Team Indonesia. And not only that, the buff will be stolen as quickly as possible. Safely, Indonesia has a lot of ground covered up. At the same time, it seems that Shell comes in!
Shell dives in with the Salmon Force, nearly takes out Alan. Alan able to fly back into the base thanks to Revitalize. AOG comes in, only gets one knockoff. Throne of Ruin also going to be used into the Wintercraft. Echo trying to stay alive. Animus Fusion. Dog with the Flicker Feather. Destroy comes out. Uwe ends up being the first one down as Cine blasts the Gatar Kacha in the face. Vival comes in from the mid lane. Cambodia transitions to defending the wave. They will be able to keep their mid tower alive, but the waves are being synced up on the top and bottom, and this was fully intended by Team Indonesia. They'll get 2 inhibitors for free.
So much of the investment was done by Team Cambodia. Even when the fight that comes in with the Feather Airstrike, yet it was not going to be enough to shut down Indonesia's team. They survived it out and they back off very safely to a point that Cambodia was just only able to defense out.
This is calm, calculated, textbook from Team Indonesia right now. The goal lead has grown out of control. Cambodia is too far behind, and their lineup isn't very well suited for defending the base, even with the artillery DPS.
The fact that right now Team Cambodia still trying to find a loophole to fight off with Team Indonesia is not easy. Every time they try to step up, even the AOG just able to caught up one, and in the end it goes backfire with Indonesia comes through to shut them down for good.
It's another case of a team just having too fast execution compared to their peers here. The moment that Cambodia is ready to react, Indonesia is already on the next step of their plans.
And the fact that right now, coming along with the lot, 20 seconds on the clock, might actually be contested out. But Team Indonesia just trying to actually zone out. And their Earthen Weapon just kind of actually pulled out way. But they're going in for the dive. A little bit of execution comes through to Bao Bei, but it's only just to push Team Cambodia back into their baseline.
Bao Bei got lucky there that the Ogi Shadow Kill bounced the minion wave. Otherwise, the Granger was almost 100% dead. So Cambodia can thank their lucky stars about that one. They still have all 5 members standing. But I don't think they are capable of contesting this Lord. They still try. Moshi's providing vision. The rest of them are coming through with the conceal, but they're all funneling into a single area, and you know that that's exactly what Vivian is waiting for.
And looking from the side of Tegami, trying to find a way to actually clear out the minion wave. Can I actually go in for the backline to open up the door to fight off? But here, Uwe, as much as possible, just giving up the blood, giving up all the defense from the side of Cambodia is still not enough. But Observer comes in with a second
behind the wall! Catches the backline! Vivian! That is way too much! It's already a double kill for Cine. Cambodia is getting run over. It is an absolute steamrolling! From the side of Team Indonesia, triple kill for Cine on the Lunox. Tegami trying her best to hold on, but it is a 1v5 and it is a monster kill for Vival! The defending champions of